Imagine working yourself to the bone in Manila traffic, chasing a dream that never quite pays off until one day you hear this: no visa needed, free housing, just come. Sounds like a scam, right? But it's not. Right now, 10 countries, yes 10, are quietly opening their doors to Filipinos, and barely anyone's talking about it. No headlines, no announcements, just families uprooting overnight and starting over, almost for free. Some left with just a backpack and came back with a new life. But this window, it won't stay open forever. You either jump in now or watch it slam shut. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you've ever wanted a reset button on life, this might be it. Stay with us, because what we reveal next might just change the way you see your future. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Don't just scroll through opportunities, take one. Paulo was tired, not just tired, done. A 38-year-old call center agent from Quezon City, working graveyard shifts, drained by debt, and barely seeing his kids awake. One night, in a random Facebook group, he saw a comment that felt too good to be true. Filipinos can stay in Peru for 183 days, no visa needed. 6 weeks later, Paulo was in Lima. No return flight, just 60,000 pesos in savings and a little bit of faith. Peru isn't just Machu Picchu and llamas, it's one of the few countries where Filipinos are truly welcome. You get 183 days visa-free, that's 6 months of pure freedom to explore, breathe, and even build a future. From the vibrant chaos of Lima to the soul-stirring silence of the Andes, Peru is a living, breathing adventure. And the food? Ceviche, lomo saltado, aji de galana. This country will ruin your taste buds in the best way possible. But here's where it gets wild. Peru has a rentista visa. If you have a steady income from abroad, like freelancing, remote work, or a pension, you can apply for permanent residency. No need to work locally, no need to learn Spanish overnight. That's what Paulo did. He got in, settled down in Arequipa, and now teaches English part-time by choice, not necessity. So why is Peru doing this? Because they're rebuilding with quiet policies designed to attract calm, self-sufficient foreigners. They want peaceful residents, not job competition. And guess what? Filipinos fit the bill perfectly. And barely anyone knows about it. So yeah, Peru might just be your exit plan from the endless grind, but only if you move while the door's still open. Now tell us this in the comments. If you had 6 months of freedom in Peru, what would you do first? Hike Machu Picchu? Start a small cafe? Learn to dance in the festivals? Let's talk dreams down below. And don't go anywhere, because up next, there's a country that's giving Filipinos free land, 0 visa fees, and a path to stay permanently. Trust me, you've never heard it like this. Let me tell you about Isabel, a 36-year-old single mom from Davao. She was busting her ass at 2 jobs, barely scraping by, and dreaming of a better life for her kid. One night, she stumbled upon a post. Filipinos can stay in Colombia for 90 days without a visa. She thought it was a scam, but it wasn't. Colombia is practically begging you to visit. In 2024, the country shattered its tourism record, welcoming 6.7 million visitors, a staggering 8.5% increase from the previous year. And for Filipinos, you get 90 days visa-free with the option to extend for another 90. That's 6 months to explore a country that offers everything from tropical beaches to snow-capped mountains, from vibrant cities to lush rainforests. Isabel took the leap. She landed in Bogota, found a community of fellow expats, and started a small online business. She says, "I finally feel alive." But what if you want to stay longer? Retirement visa, if you have a monthly pension of around $1,000, 0 cents USD, you can apply for a retirement visa. Investment visa. Invest $119,574, 0 cents in real estate or $34,164 in a Colombian company, and you're eligible for residency. Colombian passport. Colombia is diversifying its economy, moving away from oil and gas and focusing on tourism and foreign investment. They're rolling out the red carpet for people like you. So, what's stopping you? If you had 6 months in Colombia, what would you do? Explore the Amazon? Start a business in Medellin? Share your thoughts in the comments. And stay tuned, because next up we're revealing a country where Filipinos can settle with 0 visa fees and even own land. You won't want to miss this. Why is it that broke, overworked Filipinos are treated better by foreign governments than by their own? Think about that for a second, because while we're stuck drowning in red tape back home, Brazil is straight up telling us, come in, enjoy the party, and stay 90 days, no visa, no drama. And for Ria, a 33-year-old single mom from Pampanga, that invitation was all she needed. After years of working 2 jobs and still barely scraping by, she said screw it. She sold her motorcycle, kissed her kid goodbye temporarily, and flew to Sao Paulo with nothing but a backpack and a half-dead power bank. And what did she find? A country bursting with energy, rhythm, and open doors. Brazil welcomed her like family. No visa forms, no embassy stress, just sunshine, music, and real opportunity. Brazil lets Filipinos stay visa-free for 90 days. That's 3 full months of walking into vibrant markets, sipping some of the best damn coffee on earth, or dancing with strangers in Rio who think you're exotic, not expendable. But here's what most don't know. Brazil isn't just a carnival playground, it's South America's largest economy and it's hungry for talent. Tech is booming, hospitality is wide open, agriculture is exploding. There's room here for entrepreneurs, digital nomads, and dreamers, especially ones who know how to grind like a Filipino. Want to stay longer? Brazil has your back. Investor visas, retirement visas, and if you partner up with someone from a Mercosur country, or better yet, fall in love, Residency becomes a walk on Copacabana Beach. And if you're asking, but do they even like foreigners? Hell yeah, Brazilians are loud, warm, and nosy in the best way, just like us. So here's your shot to talk. Would you take the leap like Ria, or play it safe and stay stuck where you're not even seen? Drop your answer in the comments, we're listening. Oh, and don't go anywhere. The next country on this list, Filipinos don't just visit, they're paid to live there. Paid. So make sure you're keeping up. This ride's about to get crazy. And smash that like button if you're tired of getting treated like a second-class citizen in your own damn country. So yeah, Brazil was a whole damn buffet of chaos, rhythm, and raw opportunity. But let's slow it down for a second. Because right after that tropical adrenaline ride, what if I told you there's a place where time feels like it bends, where every street corner whispers a different century, and you finally have space to breathe again? Welcome to Morocco. No visa, no drama, just 90 days of pure cinematic soul therapy for Filipinos. And look, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that just desert and camels? Minette thought the same damn thing. She was a 29-year-old call center agent from Laguna, 0 plans, 0 Arabic. One day she snapped, booked a one-way flight, and ended up barefoot in the middle of the Marrakesh souk, trading smiles with the rug seller and sipping mint tea like she'd been Moroccan her whole life. That's the thing about Morocco. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. It grabs your senses, pulls you into ancient Medinas and starlit rooftops, and suddenly your 3-month visa-free stay feels like a homecoming. From the call to prayer echoing through Fez, to the pastel chaos of Chefchaouen, to sunsets that melt into the Sahara, this country doesn't just look like a movie, it feels like it's writing one about you. And if you're wondering if it's all just pretty postcards, nope. Morocco is also practical. Affordable cost of living, a growing number of English speakers, coastal cities like Essaouira are low-key becoming digital nomad havens. And if you're thinking long-term, buy property or start a small business and you can apply for residency. That's not fantasy, that's law. Lena now runs a Filipino-style massage studio in Fez. She's booked out 2 months in advance and swears the air here healed her anxiety better than a decade of prescriptions. So let me ask you, after Brazil's buzz, could you survive 90 days of deep calm, spice-scented streets, and no paperwork standing in your way? Let's hear it in the comments. What would you do with 90 free days in Morocco? And whatever you do, don't bounce yet. Because coming up next is a country where Filipinos literally get VIP treatment under a special agreement. And you won't believe how easy they've made it for us. And hey, if this story hit you in the gut a little, tap that like button so we know you're still feeling something. All right, we've talked about Brazil with its beaches, parties, and the chance to dive headfirst into a whole new life. But now, let me ask you, what if your journey could be more than just about the thrills and the sunsets? Imagine standing in Jerusalem, a city mentioned in texts older than any history book you've ever read. A city that millions dream of visiting, and you can just walk through it. No visa, no hassle, just 90 days to soak in everything from the spiritual to the everyday rhythm of one of the oldest and most dynamic places on earth. And I get it, Israel's a lot to unpack. It's more than just the Dead Sea, which, by the way, is the only place on Earth where you can float without even trying. It's a place where the past isn't some dusty museum, it's alive. It's where thousands of years of history feel like they're living right next door to startup innovation, desert landscapes, and Mediterranean charm. But here's the kicker. Israel isn't just a country of the past. It's also a powerhouse of cutting-edge tech. The Silicon Wadi in Tel Aviv? Yeah, it's one of the top startup hubs in the world. Filipino entrepreneurs are actually thriving there in fields like cybersecurity, AI, and agri-tech. If you've got skills, Israel's got doors that'll open for you. Now let me tell you about Jana, a Filipino nurse who decided to take a leap and get her career in Israel started. She never imagined it would take her to Jerusalem, walking the same streets where prophets and kings once walked. Jana had always dreamed of working in a place where health and humanity cross paths, and in Israel she found exactly that. She's living the dream, now working in a clinic where modern medicine meets ancient wisdom. She's got the connections, the lifestyle, and the spiritual fulfillment she never knew she was looking for. But, and it's a big one, Israel doesn't hand out residency like candy. The doors are narrow for long-term stays. You gotta have a purpose. Whether that's through a work contract, religious mission, or family reunification, Israel's selective. And it's not just about being in the right place at the right time. You need to be bringing something real to the table. Your skills, your heart, your commitment. So, what's your next move? You gonna take the risk and dive into history with a one-of-a-kind cultural journey, or are you gonna stay comfortable in the same old grind? Let's talk about it in the comments. What's your first big step on this journey to new beginnings? Smash that like button if Israel's calling your name, and hang tight because up next we're heading into a country where opportunities aren't just open, they're begging for you to take them. Trust me, you don't wanna miss it. Okay, let me ask you something. How many of you know someone who's been obsessed with Singapore? I'm talking about that friend who's always posting about their dream job in the city, or the one who keeps saying, I'll be living in Singapore soon. Well, guess what? It's actually easier than you think. I'm talking about a place where everything feels like it's been taken straight out of a futuristic movie. But here's the kicker. You can enter Singapore visa-free for up to 30 days, no forms, no bureaucracy, just you and the city. That's 30 days to soak it all in. The clean streets, the world-class food, the insane shopping malls, and most importantly, the opportunities that come with being in one of the world's biggest financial hubs. Let me tell you a story. Mark, a Filipino software engineer, had been hearing about Singapore for years, but like most people, he thought it was impossible. One day he figured, why not just visit? So he hopped on a plane with nothing but his backpack and curiosity. Fast forward a few months, and Mark's living the dream. Not only did he land a job with one of the top tech companies in Singapore, but now he's working his way up the ladder, making 6 figures and living in a city that feels like a business playground. Mark's not just a tourist anymore, he's building a future, and you could be next. I know what you're thinking, but can I really make it there? Hell yes you can. Singapore is constantly on the lookout for talent, especially in sectors like tech, business, healthcare, and hospitality. The best part? English is widely spoken, so there's no language barrier. The public transport system? It's so good you'll wonder why you ever complained about traffic back home. And listen, if you're thinking about staying longer, Singapore has your back. You can start with an employment pass, and in just a few years, you might even be eligible for permanent residency. All they're asking for is someone who's committed and ready to contribute to the city's growth. Now, smash that like button if you think you can see yourself in this fast-paced, futuristic wonderland, because we're about to get into some more mind-blowing destinations in the next few minutes. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So here's the deal. Are you ready to take that first step? Drop a comment below and let me know. What would you do if you had the chance to work in Singapore? Or maybe you've got questions about the process. Whatever it is, let's chat. And stay tuned, because next up, we're heading to a destination that's gonna make you rethink everything you know about opportunities abroad. You're not gonna wanna miss this one. Let me ask you this, have you ever thought about living somewhere that feels like a vacation but is actually a place you could call home? Yeah, I'm talking about Thailand, the country where every day feels like a new adventure. If you're looking for a mix of tropical escape and vibrant city life, Thailand is the place to be. Filipinos can enter the country visa-free and enjoy up to 30 days of unforgettable sights, sounds, and flavors. Whether it's your first trip or your 5th, there's always something new to discover here. Thailand's beauty stretches far beyond its beaches. You'll find golden temples, floating markets, spicy street food, and peaceful mountain villages within reach. Cities like Bangkok offer non-stop energy, while places like Chiang Mai or Krabi give you a slower, soul-renewing pace. It's this variety that keeps Filipinos coming back again and again. Want to stay longer? Thailand offers retirement visas for those over 50 with enough savings and investment options for entrepreneurs. The country created these programs to attract respectful foreigners looking for peace, warmth, and a slower lifestyle. From our stats, we've noticed something interesting. More of you are watching than actually subscribing, and honestly, we want you to be a part of this community. So, if you're vibing with what we're talking about, smash that subscribe button and join our growing family. We're just getting started. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Thank you for being here. Let's keep going, shall we? For Filipinos who want more than just a vacation, Thailand makes it surprisingly easy to turn a short stay into something much bigger. Just imagine, you wake up to a view of Krabi's cliffs or the green jungles of Chiang Mai, and you don't have to rush to work. You can take your time, soaking in the culture, the food, and the people. Thailand isn't just another destination, it's a lifestyle that allows you to thrive at your own pace. So what are you waiting for? Whether you want a peaceful escape or a bustling city experience, Thailand offers the perfect balance. And trust me, once you've tasted its magic, you'll find yourself coming back again and again. Ever dreamt of living in a place where every street corner tells a different story, where cultures blend, food is bursting with flavor, and every day is an adventure? Let me paint the picture for you. Malaysia, one of Southeast Asia's hidden gems, offers you the perfect mix of excitement and comfort. Imagine this, you're in the heart of Malaysia, surrounded by towering skyscrapers and ancient temples all in one view. Filipinos can visit visa-free for up to 30 days, which means zero paperwork, zero fees, just pure freedom to roam and explore. Whether it's the bustling streets of Kuala Lumpur, the serene beaches of Langkawi, or the cultural streets of Penang, Malaysia, makes it incredibly easy to start your adventure. But here's what makes Malaysia stand out from other countries. It's a mashup of cultures. You've got mosques, Buddhist temples, and Hindu shrines all within walking distance. Talk about cultural diversity. And the food? Don't even get me started. Picture this, spicy Malay curries, Chinese dim sum, and rich Indian roti. It's a food lover's dream come true. It's like a flavor explosion in every bite. One thing I personally love about Malaysia is how familiar it feels to many Filipinos. The tropical climate, the love for festivals, the friendly faces, and that sense of community. For example, take Marco, a Filipino who moved to Malaysia a year ago. He was tired of the corporate grind in Manila, dreaming of a simpler life. He walked into a local cafe in Kuala Lumpur, and within minutes, he was chatting away with the staff, feeling right at home. The next thing you know, Marco is applying for a long-term stay, and guess what? Malaysia's MM2H program, Malaysia My Second Home, has made it all possible. It's a game changer. The MM2H program is one of Asia's most popular residency options for people who want to enjoy a peaceful life with modern conveniences. Retirees, entrepreneurs, and anyone with a steady income can apply, and it's designed to help you settle into Malaysia comfortably, no hassle, no stress. And you know what's even more exciting? Malaysia is incredibly affordable compared to other Southeast Asian destinations. Living in a city like Kuala Lumpur gives you all the luxury without the crazy costs of other international cities. Here's where you come in. If you've been thinking about starting fresh, Malaysia might just be the place where your dreams become reality. But before you make that decision, I want you to smash the like button if you're vibing with this adventure. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you consider living in Malaysia? What's stopping you? I'd love to hear your story, your goals, and your vision for your future. And trust me, don't go anywhere. There's a huge twist in our next destination, and you won't want to miss it. You're not going to believe what comes next, I promise. So you've been dreaming about your next adventure, right? Picture this, sun-kissed beaches, ancient temples, and a vibrant culture all within easy reach. Where are we? Indonesia, that massive archipelago just waiting for you to dive into. And guess what? Filipinos can visit visa-free for up to 30 days. Yep, zero paperwork, no waiting in long lines, just a straight shot to an epic adventure. But hold on, this isn't just a beach vacation. Indonesia is a land of over 17,000 islands, each with its own flavor. Bali's crystal clear waters? Check. Java's towering volcanoes? Check. Sumatra's wild rainforests? You bet. Whether you're into surfboards or ancient temples, Indonesia's got it all, and it's ready to steal your heart. I'm not kidding when I say every island feels like a new world. Let's talk about Tina, a friend of mine. She went to Indonesia for a 2-week vacation, and now she's practically living there. She ended up falling in love with Bali, the beaches, the sunsets, the food. Oh, the food, and the laid-back vibe. She decided to stay longer, and after some paperwork, she scored a work visa and now works remotely in the gorgeous town of Ubud. The hustle of Manila is behind her, and she's living her best life like a local in a country that feels both exotic and familiar. Indonesia's warmth doesn't just come from its weather, it's the people too. I mean, Filipinos and Indonesians, we vibe, we get each other. The friendly locals, the tropical climate, and the way people embrace life make Indonesia feel like a second home for many of us. You'll be welcomed with open arms, no questions asked. But here's the real kicker. You don't just have to visit. Indonesia offers work visas, especially for professionals and remote workers. Plus, if you're 50 or older, there are retirement visas waiting for you. It's the perfect place to settle if you're looking for peace, stability, and a slice of paradise. But don't just take my word for it. Let me know in the comments if you could move to Indonesia, what's the first thing you'd do? Adventure, culture, or living the dream? And speaking of living the dream, don't go anywhere, we've got something even hotter coming up next. Stay tuned for a jaw-dropping twist that might just be your next destination. You won't believe what's next, trust me. All right, let's finish this list with a country that's small in size but massive in opportunity, Taiwan. Picture this, you've just hopped off a flight from Manila and bam, you're hit with an electric vibe, the streets are buzzing, the air is crisp, and the energy is alive. As a Filipino, you're in for a treat because Taiwan offers you 14 days of visa-free entry. That's 2 whole weeks to dive into a high-tech wonderland while experiencing the charm of its old-world temples and bustling night markets. Now let me tell you about Aiden, a close friend who made the leap to Taiwan. Aiden's your typical tech-savvy Filipino who dreamed of living abroad and was torn between multiple destinations. Well, guess what? Taiwan won him over. Why? Innovation. Taiwan's not just about its booming tech industry, it's about efficiency, creativity, and most importantly, opportunity. When he arrived, he felt like he was stepping into the future, but with that unmistakable Filipino warmth in the air. From vibrant night markets where you can haggle for local treats to peaceful mountain villages that take your breath away, Taiwan has it all. Plus, the locals, so helpful. It's no surprise that Aiden found it easy to settle in, feeling right at home among the friendly, respectful people. And hey, let's talk about the public transport, arguably one of the best in the world. So if you're tired of getting stuck in Manila's traffic, Taiwan might be your perfect escape. Now here's the kicker, Taiwan isn't just a place to visit, it's a place where you can stay for good. With employment-based visas for skilled workers or an entrepreneur visa for those with big ideas, Taiwan is actively seeking hardworking, ambitious people to help fuel its growth. So which one of these countries is calling your name? Let me know in the comments below. Is it the tech haven of Taiwan or maybe one of the other gems we've talked about? And by the way, smash that like button if you're loving this content. I promise you don't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned because in our next video, we're diving into a place that may just have the smoothest path to residency. You won't believe it. Don't let anyone miss out. Share this video with someone who's ready to start their new life abroad.